It's the unboxing. Oh, yeah. Greetings, followers. It is I, Cardinal Sin, and welcome to another episode of the unboxing. And boy, do we have a great episode for you today. Some cool stuff came in the mail. It's the unboxing, and it looks like I have to rename this particular one, if you'll bear with me. I don't know if you can see it, but I can, and that's annoying. The unboxing number 32. All right. That's better. That's better. Now that's better. And let's see who we have in the chat with us so far. We have Monkey Jeebus. Greetings. Rod Thunderheart, the mighty Rod Thunderheart, is here. Tripping Orc is here. Greetings and thank you for being a channel member. Tim Hayes is here. And Tim Hayes is in the house. I guess I already said that. Anyway, I got some really cool stuff in the mail. I haven't done an unboxing episode in a while because it's mostly just been a trickle of, other stuff. But I do have my my special Star Trek coffee cup here. And if it's hot, these rocks on the back turn into the crew of the Enterprise. Like, you couldn't tell, but anyway. We do have some Blu-rays, yes. Settle down. Everyone's so excited. My goodness. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to start by showing you this new shirt that came in. This is the Critical Hit with Cardinal Sin, Gaming with Cardinal Sin shirt. And it has this beautiful Fet for Hire design on the front. And on the back, it says, "Making gaming great again." So those are available at gillstore.com. And they're very cool. And they're reasonably priced, so please check it out. As a matter of fact, while we're waiting for some more people to roll in, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and run a little merch video. It's not very long that Fet for Hire made. So let's just sit back and check it out.
Take it slow, one step at a time. I need to know the reason and the
And that's about all we can show you. We are in the midst of making a new merch clip because, as you can see from the Critical Hit Gaming with Cardinal Sin t-shirt, we have new shows, new t-shirt designs, and I'm going to try and get them to speed it up a little bit so we can get through some of the cooler ones a little faster, if you know what I mean. It's a bit slow, drags slightly if you're paying attention. If you're not paying attention, if you're like sipping on a drink or, something like that, you probably shouldn't be watching in the first place. But maybe that's why he made them a few seconds between every swish. I don't know how do you make that noise? What's that noise called? Anyway, I don't know. I'm confused and thirsty. All right, let's get to it. I don't know if you guys are as big a fan of this guy as I am. You might be able to tell. Sorry, the light's not very good. The closer I bring him, the darker he gets. But you can see there's a little badge on his chest. Can anyone tell me who he is? Anybody at all? Who is this little figure? Come on, chat, help me out. Who are we talking about? Tim Hayes is correct. The Prisoner. So I am a big fan of The Prisoner, and if you are too, you can catch my review show of every episode that we did. Tracy Torme was in just about every episode, along with Rick Davey, who is the world's foremost authority on all things Prisoner. He has the biggest Prisoner website in the world. So let's just get to it, shall we? So this is the free-for-all set. And inside the set, you get number 2. And this is, of course, the election episode. And it's got all of his phones up here. And then you've got the prisoner's staff and megaphone. Really nice little set. Very cool. And of course, on the back, it has the photo that was used for In My Mind, but that's directly from the channel. And it says, everything you think here is in the strictest confidence, number 2. But wait, there's more. The Schizoid Man. So this is the episode where there's a double of number 6, and they fence, and they use their foils or sabers or whatever they are over there, and they're their helmets, their fencing helmets. And what do they have over here? I don't know. There's a little star there anyway. And then, of course, the back, which is very nice. I am not a number. I am a human being. Our prize prisoner, the one we call number 6. Toughest case I've ever handled. I could crack him, of course, but I can't use the normal techniques. He's too valuable. Mustn't damage him permanently, say our masters. That's why I need you. You bring 2 great gifts to bear. Firstly, your ability as an agent. Secondly, you have unique physical advantage. You really do bear a remarkable resemblance. Remarkable. Number 2. So that's kind of what the back of that box looks like. It's kind of what the back of that box looks like. Now, you might not be able to see this very well, but I even picked up a rover that has the prisoner in it. That's official prisoner gear right there. And on the back, of course, it talks about Rover and the classic 1967 series. And that's just a very cool thing to have. Might put that up here someday if I can find a place for it. It's already very cluttered. All right, now I did get some stuff that I'm going to do some actual unboxing of. Actually, before I do, I took these out of the box, but not out of the box. This is the standard prisoner number 6 figure. And of course it has, collect them all and stuff about the prisoner on the back, which I hang here. And this is the prisoner from Checkmate, where he plays a pawn. And it talks about the series on the back. Collect them all, etc., etc. And that goes there. Okay, now let's see what Amaze sent me. It feels a little bit like a t-shirt. I'm excited. I don't know what it is. I order stuff and then I forget. So let's see what it is. I order stuff and I forget. Uh-oh. I think I know what it is. Ooh. This is our Cardinal Sin commemorative shirt when Mike Barra, Doomcock, and Gary Ambrosia came on the channel. And it's a commemorative shirt. Looks good. And then there's another one in another size. And I think that might be what's in this other bag. Let's check and see. Want to make sure not to damage the merchandise. And it looks like we have some more shirts here. This is a new shirt from the collection. One of the reasons why we need to update that video. So this is one of the newest shirts on cardinalsin.org. It's a cardinal thing you wouldn't understand. Bloody microphone. You can get one of those shirts there too. And on the back, there's this beautiful URL logo by Fet for Hire. YouTube.com/cardinalsin, which is where you are right now. I love it. I think this is a very cool shirt. Excellent artwork, if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. And we have another one in a different size. Okay, now this is kind of the big boy right here. It's sort of thick, sort of big, kind of large. Let's say hello to some people who have wandered into the chat. Let's see. Sketch is here. Tripping Orc is in the house. Pitcam is here. Hello. Hail. Yes, the prisoner, of course. Well done. Well done, number 6. Anti-derivative Jill is here, who's always wondered why I've said her name as Boris Karloff. Andy Masterson is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, that's crazy. I might just have to send him an invitation link to join me, as there's going to be some very cool stuff happening in this unboxing. So I'm just going to go ahead and send him a link in case he wants to join. He doesn't have to, but you know, wow, wouldn't that be cool? All right, Andy, you've got yourself a DM. We also have in the house Tim Hayes sketch, and the Stream Elements tip jar is here, and it works. So all you have to do is hit that link, or you can go to, where did I put it? Now I don't know where it is. Anyway, it's on your screen. And please subscribe. It really does help the channel. I know everybody says hit the bell and subscribe and blah, 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 but it really is important. It will foot the bill so I can continue to do unboxings like this. Now, unless I miss my guess, and I might miss my guess, I was wrong once in 1973. Jill might be very interested in what we have here. I'm not actually sure what we have here. I don't know. It could be anything, really. But, oh, this is very cool. This is worth the whole kit and caboodle, my friends. This is worth the entire unboxing. Oh, my goodness gracious. Let's get rid of all this cardboard. Hey, it went exactly where I wanted it to. So this is a Tom Baker original audio story. I believe it's written by Tom Baker and performed by Tom Baker. LPs 1 and 2, The Relics of Time. LP 3 and 4, The Demon of Paris. LP 5 and 6, A Shard of Ice. LP 7 and 8, Starfall. And LP 9 and 10, Sepulchre, starring Tom Baker with Susan Jameson, Richard Franklin, written by Paul Margs. So let's take a look, shall we? Let's see what's in here, because on the front it says 9 classic stories, plus an art print signed by Tom Baker. The Doctor's Journal 24-page color illustrated booklet, complete on vinyl for the first time. 10 by 140 grams, red and black vinyl. Wow. Well, I'm understandably excited. You know, this is geek time for Mr. Sin for sure. Let's very gingerly take a look here. See if that did it. Open says me. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it takes a stronger will than mine. A stronger will than mine does not exist, for I am Dracula. Okay, now we're cooking with gas and getting childhood asthma as a result. Okay, so out comes the box. So that's what it looks like without the red interior. And this is going to be great. So don't go anywhere. So this is the front of the box. That beautiful devilish design. And then this is the back of the box. Kind of reminds me of the Satan Pit. And its predecessor, The Impossible Planet. David Tennant stories. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. So we have the Doctor's Journal, which is the aforementioned 24-page booklet. It's got all this cool stuff in it. This could almost be a coffee table book. A Shot of Ice. I don't do a very good Tom Baker, I'm afraid. Leela, hand me that retro spanner. Yeah, it's horrible. Tom Baker's not easy to do, although the guy on Little Britain that does it is awesome. So I got my Tom Baker hand autograph. How cool is that? I'd given up on the idea of getting one of those, but now I have one. So that's going to get framed and go up on the wall for sure. All right. Now we have ourselves Demon Quest, The Relics of Time, Part 1. I'm scared. I'm the Doctor. And let's see what color vinyl this one is. Ooh, the best color, black. Black sounds better than any other kind of vinyl, as any good record collector will tell you. And I guess I'm going to keep these in a box set so I don't have to worry about individually sleeving them, which is my first My first, what's the word? It's my first urge, my first thought, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Instinct. It's my first instinct as a record collector to put them in vinyl sleeves. Joe Salazar is here. Monkey Jeeba says, if you get Cyber Frog before me, I'm going to be pissed. Well, you never know. Pleasant Valley Picker CA is here. Hail. Darth Scipio is here and says, hey, Cardinal Sin, have you purchased McFarlane Toys Batman Multiverse toys? They are cool as hell. No, I have not. I have not. Skitch says, very cool. Raw Thunderheart says, oh, cool, I caught it. And I think that's about all we have for right now. So we will go back to, first of all, we have to go to the comments and undo that. And then I'll remind you that we are currently watching.
It's the unboxing.
Oh, yeah. So, welcome back to the unboxing. And we have now Relics of Time Part 2. This is on the second best sounding color of wax. Red. It's translucent red, which is even better. And it goes red, black, blue, and then everything else sounds like shit. It's just garbage. If you're an audiophile, anyway, as I am. And these are really cool because I actually do have a turntable. And so here we have The Demon of Paris Part 1. And it comes on the best sounding color of wax. It's kind of a post-impressionist painting of Tom Baker. Hello, Hattie. I can do that. Hello, Hattie. That's only because my brother Ari did it enough around me that I could pick it up. That's the thing. If I hear an accent around me for long enough, I can usually pick it up, but not South African. And I'm still having a hard time between Australian, where at the end of every sentence, even though it might not be a question, it goes up at the end like a question. And of course, Kiwis that sound like they want to get everything and get out. It's a work in progress. So this one is the Concierge, figure 2 of The Demon of Paris Part 2. We have some ravens there, and this one is on beautiful translucent. Oh my goodness. Wow, what is this? This looks like some kind of label. Oh, interesting. I think this might be some sort of misprint, or they accidentally included it in the wrong box. I don't know. We'll get to it later. But there's your wax. Nice looking wax. And I bet it sounds great. And yes, I do have a considerable amount of Doctor Who full cast audio dramas on my hard drive because I buy the CDs, which I will show you shortly. Not all of them, of course. But let's get through these albums. Not too fast because I don't want to harm anything. So this is A Shard of Ice Part 1. And it is on black wax. Beautiful, beautiful virgin vinyl. There's nothing like it, my friends. Records are back, baby. And we have A Shard of Ice Part 2. And I guess this is probably going to be on translucent red vinyl. Spooky. Ah. Now, this is really cool. This is going to blow your mind just a little bit, you know. So here, this is Starfall Part 1. Miss Starfall, the Big Apple's greatest superheroine. And this is a Doctor Who story, again, with Tom Baker. The Meteorite. This is Starfall Part 2. And it's on beautiful translucent red vinyl. Black and red. Those were my high school colors here at Lawrence High before they got a second high school. And not that I'm really into sports very much, but we had the best football team in the state just for years and years and years. And they eventually got a second high school, and then, you know, we never won state anymore. So this is figure 9, Mrs. Wibsley. Hello, Mrs. Wibsley. Hello, Mrs. Wibsley. This is Sepulchre Part 1, which I believe I already have on CD, but hey, the box set, you know, especially with that Tom Baker autographed, personally autographed. It's not a print. I mean, the print is obviously a print, but you know what I mean. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Just slow down out there, okay? Jeez. Okay, and this is one half of the Sepulchre pendant. Sepulchre Part 2, and the end of the box. And it is on beautiful translucent red vinyl. Yummy. Now I am going to carefully put these back into the box in the order in which they came. If you will bear with me, please. I'm personally very excited about this whole Doctor Who, you know, vinyl box set thing. This is a bloody microphone. It's a real turn on for Cardinal Sin. You know what I'm saying? I guess this will join my Christian Death box set that I keep up on my shelf, because it's got lots of stuff in a big box about this size. Any Christian Death fans out there? Rick Agnew, Frank Agnew, sort of death rock before the Sisters of Mercy. And then again, just because it has to go in the box, I will show it off again. The hand-signed Tom Baker art print, which I think looks quite handsome. It would be perfect on the inside of the TARDIS. Don't you think, Romana? Well, Romana. Yeah, I just can't do a Tom Baker. Sorry. All right. So the good news is that all fits right back where it's supposed to go. If I can get this back on. And if I do, it's backward. And I'm going to share just a few of the audio CDs that I mentioned. And these can go over here. This is Doctor Who, with the 10th Doctor and River Song called Precious Annihilation. Although it's not centered. There you go. Some classic audio dramas there. Actually, I'm going to be writing a Doctor Who audio drama. This one is called The Code of Flesh, and it features Paul McGann, the 8th Doctor, who's done lots and lots of audio adventures. And I think the BBC or Bad Wolf or Sony or whoever ought to give him 3 seasons just as a separate show. They've already said they're going to do spin-offs. So I say give Paul McGann 3 seasons to be a proper Doctor. He still looks great. There's no reason not to. And this one is called The Axis of Insanity. This is a Peter Davison audio adventure. And it has a second CD on the back, which also is not straight. There you go. So that folds up there. And I need to put a new front on it because it came cracked. It was used. It was the only way I could get it, was used. Right. Let's continue on, shall we? We did those. All right. So, again, we're going to say hello to folks in the chat. Thank you very much, The Lost Tales, for your super sticker of a little fox that's saying bravo, bravo. Has that thing been playing this whole time? There, hopefully that's not it's not still going. Anyway, thanks very much. Appreciate that. Masters Maniac Mexico is in the house. Lost Tales says, wish I could stay, but I have things to do. Hail. Yes, the Girl of Ipanema. Yeah, I do have the Latin grooves. I like to groove in the Latin groove. Yeah, cool artwork. I thought so. Very nice. Pleasant Valley Picker CA, who lives in Canada, says, if you want to sound Canadian, put an A at the end of a sentence. The only thing I can't master is how to say sorry the way that you guys do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm really sorry about that. We go oot and a boot, and I'm really sorry. So if I went overseas and said I'm a Canadian because, you know, of the evil American, the ugly American, and said I was Canadian, they would catch me dead to rights if I ever tried to say to 1,000 miles or I'm sorry. I have to listen to that. T-Derivative Jill says, we didn't hear the music. You're fine. Okay, good. Except for that 1 second. Okay. And Andy says, it feels like Canada here. It's actually a little warmer than it's been for the last few days. And by the way, Andy, you have a link if you'd like to join, just letting you know. And let's go ahead and get back to our regularly scheduled unboxing. Now, I did hold out on you guys. There were some things that I already unboxed just so that they'd be easy to show you, and I have to rip every single one out of the box. That makes for like an hour-long show. So yes, I did get some 4Ks, some Blu-rays, etc., etc. And I will just go by the box here. I believe this needs a little adjustment. It doesn't seem like it's quite Right. This is a movie I've never seen, and I know everybody in the chat is going to go, Cardinal Sin. Like, I'm so sure you've never seen Saving Private Ryan. Well, I decided it was time, and it's in 4K. So, what the heck? I also got The Revenant because I haven't seen that, and I heard a lot of good things about it. I like to, unless it's a big fanfare, like for a good Star Wars movie or a good Indiana Jones movie or something, fictional like that. I like to go to the first premiere episode, but now that you have to book your seats in advance and everything, it doesn't really pay to do that. The standing in line, thing, like when the prequels came out, the Star Wars prequels, there was a line a block long outside the building. And everybody had a great time. That was back when films were films and sheep were scared. So this has Michael Redgrave and Denhelm Elliott in it. The Night My Number Came Up. I'm also into film noir. So that's an important one. Trigger warning if you're wearing headphones. This is the 25th anniversary edition of Good Morning Vietnam, which I haven't seen since it came out. So that'll be a lot of fun. We have the director's cut of RoboCop, which I've never seen. It could be a second longer. It could be 20 minutes longer. I don't know. But I'm sure it will tell me. And there is the RoboCop disc. I'm a RoboCop, a RoboCop. Now, one of my favorite movies that I didn't own until recently is Ed Wood, which is a wonderful movie. It has Bill Murray and, of course, a Oscar-winning performance by Martin Landau as Bela Lugosi, who looks nothing like Bela Lugosi, but he captured him perfectly, I thought. A movie that I saw when I was much too young on cable, the delightful Excalibur. This is a movie that has Nigel Terry and Patrick Stewart, Helen Mirren, a very young Helen Mirren. And this movie is 141 minutes. That's 2 hours and change, 2 hours, 21 minutes. So this is the high def 30th anniversary release and has all kinds of goodies and special features. And it's just a great film. If you haven't seen Excalibur, run out and grab yourself a copy. It's really, really worth having. Another 4K that I got, this I had to get as an import because they didn't sell it in the Amazon store here in the United States, is Red Sonja. And of course, they didn't have the rights at that point for Conan. So he's just an anonymous barbarian, but we all know who he is because he'd already done Conan and Conan the Destroyer by then. So, brand new remaster. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Brigitte Nielsen, who I believe was married to Dolph Lundgren, one of my favorite actors, who has like 2 master's degrees, and he's a 10th Dan in karate, black belt. Just crazy. It's crazy what people do. So Rod Thunderheart is saying, good day, eh? There's also a few extra seconds when ED 209 guns down the executive. Oh, yes, in the extended version of RoboCop. You have 6 seconds to comply. Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me. Well, Skitch is a channel member, so he can say that. And Rod Thunderheart says, oh, nice, Red Sonja. So there you go. Now, this one I watched last night. It's a beautiful remaster of True Romance with me, Christopher Walken, and he plays a super badass. This was written by Quentin Tarantino and directed by Tony Scott. First, I'm going to show you this beautiful steelbook. There's Patricia Arquette, very lovely. Christian Slater. And of course, it opens up. And actually, the disc is still in the player, but we have the Blu-ray here of True Romance. And I guess if you take them both out, let's see what happens if you take them both out. Oh, then you get to see this wonderful background. And this comes with all kinds of extra goodies. The Blu-ray is the bonus features disc because it's rather a long film. And it comes with all of these wonderful postcards. It's got all your bad guys in there. If you have seen this film, the scenes with Dennis Hopper and Christopher Walken are awesome, amazing. I mean, film doesn't get much better than this. The dialogue between these two mob guys, a young James Gandolfini is in this movie actually as well. And so there's the hotel and the caddy, and this, like I said, is a postcard, so you can send it to your friends. And it also comes with a reversible poster. First, I'll show you this booklet. Let's put that down. It's making too much mic noise. This is the wonderful booklet that comes with True Romance. And it's got all kinds of interesting facts about the film. We got some of the cast. Chris Penn is in the film. Lots of stars. It's a star-studded cast. It really is. I think this is right about where I paused it last night. I was tired. I had to go to bed. And let's see what else we have. We've got this kind of stuff here. Anyway, you get the idea. Nice booklet. And that's not all. We have a reversible poster, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, written by Quentin Tarantino, directed by Tony Scott. So this is side one, if you will. And then you see a very badass looking Christopher Walken. Man, he's mean. The way to do an angry Christopher Walken is not, up here, but when he gets angry, he becomes very silent, very quiet, And then this is, I think, my favorite side of this poster. Gary Oldman is in it. Brad Pitt is in it. Val Kilmer is in it. Samuel L. Jackson is in it. Gary Oldman pulls off this incredible accent as if maybe he were on The Wire or something like that. The TV show on The Wire. Not Bird on a Wire, which was a pretty good movie. All right. And so the back says, "You're so cool." Really, really good movie set. This is a an Arrow release. Arrow does great remastering, great 4K movies, and even not big blockbuster films, but smaller ones. And we have Monty Python's And Now for Something Completely Different, which I had totally forgotten existed. This is a 4K film I have not seen since, gosh, maybe the year the VHS came out. So that'd be like 1988 or something. Predator on 4K. Very much looking forward to watching this. There you got your Ultra HD Blu-ray 4K and a Blu-ray, which is where they generally put the special features. And I picked up 2001 A Space Odyssey in 4K, which will be a lot of fun once I get a chance to watch movies again, because I am stuck reading books and adapting them into screenplays for the next 2 months or so. And also I picked up Vanilla Sky, which is a movie I haven't seen. I was looking for Liquid Sky, which I didn't realize until I'd already gotten this one. But this looks like a good movie. The movie seems to mean something slightly different every time you check in with it. It's a lucid dream, a fever dream, a dream that you can return to. Writer-director Cameron Crowe, which I don't think is the guy from the band. So that's cool. Looking forward to watching that. It has a box that opens into a poster, which can make it difficult to get the Blu-ray back into the box. But hey, I worked it out. And earlier, if you missed it, we have some now less collectible prisoner figures. These were available via a Kickstarter, which is how I got them. And from the Schizoid Man, both the real number 6 and the fake number 6. And all of their accoutrements. Our prize prisoner. And of course, Rover in Hemisphere with the prisoner inside. Officially licensed prisoner gear. Because I, of course, would never buy something that had the prisoner in it that was unlicensed. That would be extremely naughty. Now let's see what this label is. It's in a what language is this? Polish? Yeah, I think it's Polish. Lady Pank, Pank. Strona A, which I assume means side A, and then it has all this stuff written on it, which I don't know what that is, what that means. But hey, it came in the box, so what do you know? I guess I have an exclusive edition, right? I do have a Patreon. We have some wonderful rewards and incentives for that and for the membership level. If you would like to become a channel member, I would appreciate it. And we have some great gifts for you on different levels. Cameron Crowe is married to the chick from Heart. Well, one of them died, so it must be the other one. Monkey Jeebus says, I worked on Almost Famous. Wow, that's cool. Didn't know that. And Herc 130 is here, the mighty Herc 130. Hail, sir. Hail. Very cool bunch of movies, my dude, says Skitch. Yes, indeed. I think so. Hey, nice unboxing tonight. Predator, absolute classic. I love John Cleese as the Valiant. It was Sylvester Stallone. And let's see, what else do we have here? Yes, Hours of Joy from that. The prisoner figures are number 6 and number 6. Well, and one of them is number 2 from the second episode, Checkmate. I know not, my liege. Yes, I believe it is Polska. That is authentic frontier gibberish written on that DVD. That's possible. Monkey Jeeba says he broke up with her in 2010. Well, gee, that's too bad. Anyway, that's it. I have my little prisoner guy that I took out of the box because toys are meant to be played with. But the ones that I have up on either side are just because they're easy to put up there. So don't forget, you can grab yourself some of the cool, and Nancy Wilson is in the house. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. You can grab yourself the new Critical Hit Gaming with Cardinal Sin t-shirt, the It's a Cardinal Thing You Wouldn't Understand shirt that I showed earlier, and of course the new Ancient Aliens on Mars shirt that was an Into the Fringe that we did with Doomcock and Mike Barra and Gary Ambrosia, which was a lot of fun. And you can find those at guildstore.org, not com. So that'll do it for this episode of the unboxing. Thanks for being here. And it's going to be good night from me. So it's Cardinal Sin out.